Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons. And you may notice some craziness going on here, and that is because I am crafting up some singularities here. So we need thousands of blocks of ingots and stuff. As we can see, we are crafting lapis and gold and copper and aluminum and brass, and it's all being funneled into one little processing factory here. So probably, I'm sure there is ways I can sort this out, but as usual, we're doing stuff that's like kind of out of the ordinary. This is very, very rare that I would be crafting up or eternal singularities all at once. If we get to the point where we need lots of eternal singularities, obviously we will change that, although there is probably in the distant future, there is a way of, actually it's right there, I could just crafting this up with molten space-time, and it's just in a implosion compressor. You don't have to worry about all the other things. So lots of endgame recipes, difficult at first, and then you get easier ways to craft them up later, which I think is one of the best things about GregTech New Horizons. I love that it starts out difficult and then you progress and get easier ways to craft them up as you get higher and higher tier. One of the big ones is the platinum line. Totally crazy at first when you first do it back in the IV age, but eventually you're gonna just replace it and you can break down the whole thing in your quantum force transformer and you don't have to worry about the platinum line anymore. That is, I don't know, that is just such a fun, it's so cool. It's rewarding when you finally get to that point. But like I said, I have started crafting up the stuff for this forge. Now this is going to be a project for sure. I think we need, oh no, I'm getting these confused. Quantum anomalies. We actually need them for the QFT. We're not doing that yet. I was getting these confused. These neutron things require quantum anomalies. But you can use the DTPF to get the quantum anomalies, which is the reason I am doing this, because the usual way would be the compact cyclotron, and it's a 1% with the unknown particles, molten uranium, and then the unknown particles are 1% from this. We are actually getting a decent amount of these, to be honest, in our purified water line. I just checked and we had quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's still going. I don't actually... Uh-oh. Still running. Is everything full? Oh, I don't know. Did I... Alright. What's going? Did something turned off? I don't know. Which part of it turned off? Right, apparently that one turned off. Not sure why. Was I messing with power? I don't really remember messing with power, but possibly. I am totally not sure why those got turned off. Like, why those, but not these? I don't know. That's strange. Oh well. It's turned back on. Oh, you know what it probably was? I bet you when I updated the pack, since I forgot to put the claimed or the FTB utilities in, they weren't loaded. They weren't chunk loaded. Alright, that's probably my guess. Like, maybe they were like chunk loaded when I was running around the base, but this part wasn't chunk loaded or something. That's probably what happened. Just a minor inconvenience. But yeah, so that last one actually gives unknown particles, and we have a decent amount actually. And we have 166. We need more. so I will probably have to craft up the cyclotron thing again. I do have all the stuff right here to do that, but I'm doing something else right now instead of that. All right, so like I said, getting this going. This does need 16 mega blast furnaces and EV energy hatches and lots of superconductor wires, circuits. This one is going to be a bit of a pain, but everything in this one, I need to change some of the recipes for that really ultimate battery, since they have added recipes for energy cluster we can do. We can't do the other one yet, but we can do this energy cluster. We have all this. No, we can't. We don't have that yet. All right. We do the one before it. Okay, we can do this. Now we have hypogen wires. We can do this. Okay, so that makes it much, much easier. Instead of needing massive amounts of Laptron orb clusters and lots of that stuff, it just makes it a bit cheaper. I was kind of hoping we could do the energy cluster. I didn't see the the space-time wires. Shoot. We have everything else though. Dang you. Alright, so I got a few things I need to sort out for the singularities as well. Shadow iron dust, I'm not getting it from anywhere. So I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to do that. Space mining. Yep, I don't have those drones, unfortunately. I don't know why these meteoric iron, shadow iron, dash or like, why does it have to be so complicated to get from the thing? So I'm going to have to sort that out. I don't have any shadow iron, I'm assuming, right? Oh, I have some. I don't have enough for all the things, apparently. Sapphires, soul sand, and for some reason I needed ash, and I don't remember why I needed ash. Ah, that's probably why. Because we need solarium things, but everything else we are good on. All right, so let me get this crafting up here. Yeah, we'll just we'll come back if I run into any issues, but a lot of this is just kind of waiting. You know, I could have had some of these keep in stock, but we don't really use them all that much at this point. So I am starting to get everything crafted up here for the GTPF, and I'm starting with the really ultimate battery. I did make recipes for the energy module. Kind of underestimated the amount of... Not that one. The amount of hypogen I was going to need for all the energy models. Obviously, because you need 8 for the next tier, and then 8 again for the next tier, and then 8 again. So it kind of like, it gets out of hand pretty quick. I think I was going to need something like 10,000 ingots or something of hypogen. I can't remember. I was like, okay, cancel that. We're not gonna do that. So I am crafting up the ZPM ones, then I'll do the UV ones and so on. I'm doing 384 energy modules at this point. So yeah, and as that is all crafting up, I'm just kind of taking a look around and seeing where I can improve the base. Nothing overly sticks out. Like one of the things with, it's just like with these recipes, because you need like so many thousands of, maybe not in this part of it, but when I was doing that one, yeah, like 48,000 wafers. As you can see, this was a little bit of a bottleneck. But to be honest, I'm like crafting up really ultimate batteries is we don't usually do that very often. So I'm gonna leave that just for the time being, but if I decide I want another thing to speed it up, but really I'm just kind of letting the world run, and it's kind of fun seeing the world run. I am starting to switch some of the things underneath here to subnets. It just makes it much easier. I just did storage buses, and you could do stocking input buses, but I would think I was like just overcomplicating it, to be honest. Although the stocking input buses make, if you're doing this, the stocking input buses are preferred, because that way it can see all the things in the little subnet. So I like it here. But if it's just the one, you don't really need stocking input buttons, especially like 3. Like imagine trying to like split the items up correctly with storage buses. That would be like a nightmare on 3. So yeah, did that. Also, yeah, with the thousands and hundreds of thousands of ingots that I'm smelting, I decided to just switch over to xenon for our smelting instead of oganesson. I think until we can get it just a bit quicker. Yeah, I think the xenon will be fine. I did start actually looking through some of the recipes. Like a lot of these, like a lot of them do require a fluid like that, but there are, you can actually do a 1, and some of these recipes are like so quick, like you don't really need that to be like sped up that much. Like it's 154 seconds, and you know it's 3 times as fast if you do oganesson, but it's such a small recipe, like I might start switching over a lot of them into just using a 1 and not use gas at all. So that is another option, but that like I switched over tungsten steel because tungsten steel we were using in the parts for a space elevator, the miner. Can't remember what's. Yeah, so you use the drill tips in the space mining. So I switched that over because that felt like it wasn't necessary to use all the gas. So I may actually, as we're doing other stuff, start switching over some of the lower tier things. Oh, also, it feels kind of bugged. You can see there is the xenon right there. I had issues with the shadow iron. I ended up having to, like, because if you smelt it with oxygen, you get shadow steel, but if you smelt it with the other gas, you get shadow iron. And even with only having oxygen in here, I broke this so it couldn't refill it up, and I took out all the other gases, and even with oxygen, it was still crafting up. It was crafting up shadow iron. So yeah, not sure about that. I did have to wait, no. Sorry, I'm misremembering. When I moved it to, that's right, I moved it to the 1, the shadow iron. So it should have been doing. Now I'm forgetting what I did. All I know is I couldn't get it to. It wasn't. Wait, was I being a derp? I might have been being a derp. No. Okay. No, I was. Yeah. So like, if you have other things in there, like oxygen, like I have multiple gases in there, it'll do the xenon one and produce iron. That's what it did. So I had to pull out all the other gases and just smelt it with just oxygen. So if there's any other gases in there, yeah, it won't do the shadow steel, that's a bit of a pain. Thankfully, I just did the ones that we needed and crafted up all the singularities. that we need for the eternal ones. So I got most of that fixed. I am still waiting on... Oh, we got them. I needed a bunch more of those for the unstable things. I'm just using bees. I could probably remove a couple of those bees. I have like 4 in there, I think. So I don't need that many more. I'll leave one in there because we do need it. Yeah. All right, there we go. So yeah, the stable nuggets into the unstable singularities. So I got all these singularities sorted out. All right, so that's kind of what I'm doing. Just seeing like where bottlenecks are, and if I feel like I want to fix it, we will. But a lot of this stuff is just... it's just stuff I'd never craft up. So I'm like, I'm not going to worry about it too much. But yeah, the xenon for smelting was a big one. Okay, got the battery crafted up. I am just crafting up pumps now. I got my internal singularities. I did run into a little issue with the internal singularities. I tried crafting those up as well as the pumps at the same time, and it got clogged up with the infinity. I tried to put the infinity in there, and it filled up the entire buffer, but it couldn't. There was some aluminum brass, but it wasn't completed, and it couldn't insert anymore. So probably best to maybe do like another neutronium compressor just for the infinity catalyst. If we run into that problem again. It's such like a rare... it's such a rare occurrence that I would be crafting up a whole bunch of singularities. At this point, I keep saying that. I just want to... or eventually we are going to have to craft up a lot more of those. Okay, so as you can see, I am just kind of pulling everything out of the chest and just kind of keeping track of what I have crafted up here and what I need. The quantum thing, I'm going to wait until I get the whole thing crafted up, because I actually need the quantum for the laser engraver stuff. So I don't want to pull that out yet. And if I use it, then I have to put together the Comatron or whatever. Alright, so we got those. Yeah, everything is going pretty well. One thing I didn't realize, I forgot. I need to... maybe when that is crafting that up, I'll fix this really quick. I need to do the named stuff. Or I forgot to do that. Also, double neutronium. I don't think I did that as a... oh. Those didn't stack. Oh, those stacked as well, and they weren't supposed to. I don't know if there's... I really don't know if there's an easier way to do that other than actually crafting up the item and then putting it through and then just making a recipe using that item. I don't know if there's like an easier way to go about doing that. I guess would be no. Alright, so that. Then I need to put it in there, 32. Alright, I think that is... yeah, I think that's everything that stacks for that. I just had to manually fix it, but it's only the second time I've crafted it up. That's why I didn't really bother the first time either. All right. Well, there we go. We just got 4 more of the items for this thing. I think I'm going to do Awakened. I think would be the best first item. Or the first coils to do in this DTPF thing. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, that, I don't have recipes for that set up yet. And then I need this dimensional bridge. I think I need that. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I don't have 16 superconductor wires. Yeah, this is definitely, we're getting into the most expensive thing we've done yet. Which is always pretty cool. I keep saying that, but we keep doing it. Alright, so we need energy hatches. And we need 6 of these. This is going to be kind of expensive. We have some diamonds, but okay, I guess we have 5.2 million there, but we are going through with all the infinity that we're crafting up. We are going through that. That is why I can't wait to get this. I think we can do, yes, this is kind of what I was looking at. Awakened Draconium, UHV, pretty quick, and you just need the 1 catalyst and 1 comb, and you can get this. I don't think we can do the rest. That is, yeah, it's more efficient if you use a comb, so I don't see why you would ever want to not use that. But I don't think I can do, yeah, I can't do like the next tier up. It's just a very basic tier, but that will make getting Molten Infinity like a gabillion times easier. All right, so yeah, we'll get that. Dimensional bridge, yeah, Pico wafers. We have those. I don't think no, I haven't done that. All right, so like I said, still working on this. This is like, this is the one I'm not really looking forward to. Have I done emitters? Okay, I have done those. I couldn't remember if I had done, I don't think I have a recipe for, no, I haven't done this one yet. Yeah, optical mainframes, those are no joke. Also, I'm kind of running out of, yeah, I'm running out of spaces here for all my assembly line needs. I don't want to have to add more. I guess, I don't know. That's annoying. I would have to add another PDP tunnel. Although they have added the P2P dual interfaces, so instead of having to do this insanity with the fluid packet decoders, you can just do you can just do it directly on the things now. I just don't feel like messing this up. I always forget. I don't do the transvector interfaces enough to remember. I know it's basically like, all it does is act like this. This block is right next to this one. That's all it does. That just pretends like they're next to each other. So it's pretty simple, but I just have to remember how I set it up. So I'm sure we'll have to deal with that sooner than later. Okay, enough talking. Let me continue doing this, and we will see. I don't know. We may be able to get this crafted up. I would like to at least get the controller crafted up by the end of this episode. All right, I am just fixing a couple. little loose ends here. I'm also doing a little bit of a detour. Let me just throw this over there so these start crafting up. I just needed the field generator. I had forgotten to... There we go. All right, cool. So those are crafting up. I did add another advanced assembly line for the BioWare. Those, not the mainframes, this one. Just to, one, take that off the other assembly lines, and it just helps parallel processing these for our BioWare mainframes that we use quite a bit of right now. So yeah, did that. I also kind of switched around a couple things, namely, instead of always smelting our tantalum as active crafting, I'm just turning it all into ingots. And the reason for that is because you need this tantalum for the bismuth plasma, which we need for the living solder. So we need this a lot. And unfortunately, if we're crafting up like a whole bunch of ingots in the thing, the tantalum kind of gets, it's waiting on the tantalum. So some of the other parts are kind of waiting on the blast furnace to smelt up. I did switch this cosmic neutronium on these passive ones to oganescent, so they're much quicker, but unfortunately we're just going through like so many thousands of ingots at the moment. I should probably speed that up. I don't even know. Maybe like add more of the volcanuses. I don't know, just to have it passive crafting faster. There's definitely ways I could go about doing that. I just haven't really figured that out. But I am doing a little bit of a detour, and that is the... Oh, I accidentally turned... put that up there. Yes, so mining drone. I'm going for the UEV mining drone. It's quite expensive. As we can see, it requires 2 of these field generators, but the reason I'm doing that is because I want to target Infinity Catalyst, because going forward we need tons of Infinity Catalyst for our the UEV circuits and stuff. I know eventually once we get this DTPF up, it'll get a bit easier, but in the meantime, I'm just going to do this. So as you can see, there's 19 pages for this one, and there's only 13 for this, and a few of them you can't even get because we don't have an MK3 module yet. So I'm just kind of like narrowing it down as much as possible for Infinity Catalyst. So I'll figure out whichever weight, whichever distance is the best, so we can kind of target Infinity Catalyst a bit better. So yeah, I am just waiting on that, and I think that is pretty much everything. We might need 4 more. I can't remember if we have those done yet, but yeah. Oh, I also need to do that drone. I haven't used that one yet. I wasn't sure if we were going to need it. But I haven't actually used it. I just need it for the research for that one. All right, so I'm going to continue doing this, and then we're almost getting there. There's just a few things I need to knock out, at least for the controller. I'm probably not going to craft it up right at first because I only have the 1 quantum and I need that. But there's a few things I just need to work on here. All right, I'm debating if I really want to start messing with the dual P2P things because that is quite slow. It would speed up. I could get rid of the decoder things, the packet decoders, and put the fluid storage buses directly on there, but I would have to mess with these, and thinking about that hurts my head. I know, like, it's not as scary once you kind of understand how it works, but yeah, that's another reason why I haven't really gone out of my way to craft up more assembly lines, because I don't want to have to do this again. But okay, so that is crafting up the mining drone. Fortunately, we're not going to get the controller, all the stuff crafted up for the controller yet. And like I said, I'm not actually going to craft it up until we're ready to kind of turn it on, because I'm going to want to use it for more quantum anomalies. But I might need that in the meantime. So this is the worst of it, for sure. Then I'm just going to have to get all the awakened draconium. No, I haven't actually looked at that recipe. And we do actually need a bunch of these. Thankfully, we have the component assembly line for the field generators, so they're a bit cheaper. But yeah, that's actually not too bad. I haven't looked at this one. Superconductor, Lorenium. Okay, that's easy. Oh, hello. Well, I unintentionally set that up. That wasn't the plan, but we have upgraded that to do that. So, oh, look at me. I was getting prepared. So, we got our mining drone. I'm going to switch this out. And I also need to get the, I think it's neutronium for this drone, if I remember correctly. Yeah, neutronium. Thankfully, we have that. We have this running, producing our neutronium from neutronium combs, the bees, so it's not too terrible. All right, so let me just do this really quick, and then we'll wrap up. I have rods. You know what? I think I need another pattern. Oh, I put one in there. Thought we were. All right. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't let you put the. It just doesn't let you put the pattern in for some reason. I have no idea why. Like, I can manually do it. All right. So neutronium. Drill. Let's do. I'll do 10,000 rods. There it is, 10,000. And with that, we should get this going. And I don't think we're going to get anything. Oops. Anything new from this. It's just going to kind of narrow down the infinity that we are going to need so much of. Right, and there we go. I think it's at 80, but I might want to change that. But all right, anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.